Say that about America today in almost every country if you want. It's a test. Line 22. The nations will test you. You did not trod the path that the ancestors laid down for you. And so he allowed these nations to stay here. This is like a guy giving a sermon here. It could be in your church or synagogue, your minister. This is what you did wrong. You didn't do this, and therefore you're suffered for. And a lot of people feel that about their life. I didn't do such and such, and it's a very powerful feeling most people have. So again, you want to get theology, that's the kind of theology you have. It suits people's mindset to think like this. And there may be some truth in it. I know my wife always thinks because of some sin she's done that terrible things have happened. And she racks her brain, and she goes back into the past 40 years, and she just turns over everything in her mind. She stays awake all night. Oh God, it's on her. She stays awake all night long. She got, poor thing. I feel sorry for her. All the sins that she's trying to find out. She worries. Every sickness, everything that goes wrong is because of some horrible thing that wasn't done right back then. Most people think this way. They have to. They don't have any other explanation for anything. What other explanation is there? Life is so short. Again, I'm not a preacher, so I don't have an explanation myself for it. Anyway, so they were tested. All this is being tested. So that's the structure. 7, Israel did what displeased Yahweh. They forgot Yahweh. It's just a sort of a chant, a refrain. And they cried to Yahweh. So they raised up a deliverer, Othniel, Caleb's younger brother. And what did Othniel do? Well, he just did one thing, and then the land enjoyed rest for 40 years. Do we really believe that? No, that's just a refrain, a phrase. 40 years means a long time. That's the way, so, so the next one, Israel did what displeased Yahweh. And the Moabites got around. That's the group from across Jordan. Eglon was causing trouble, and made an alliance with Amnon and Amalek and all these neighboring peoples, and they were under the control of this people for 18 years. And another deliverer came up, Ehud the Benjaminite, and he was left-handed. And he had a big knife or sword or dagger, and he had it under his clothes, and Eglon was a fat man. And again, notice Gilgal is line 19 where idols are. There's no Joshua shrine at Gilgal. That's another reinterpretation of the earlier book. But see, because he was left-handed, he could draw out his dagger and thrust it into the king's belly. It's pretty bloodthirsty stuff. And okay, that's what Ehud did. He's a great chap. He shoved his dagger into. But look, you say, this is all you have here? Yeah. Do you have anything about your ancestors 40 generations back? It's something. I'm sure something like that happened because it's stuck in the. But whether it's in this structure or not is another one. After him came Shamgar. I love Shamgar, 31. And he routed 600 Philistines with an ox goad. That's the end of Shamgar. That's all we know. But see, the Philistines are mentioned though. They are here. So that's just a bit of oral history. It's like saying, who can I think of? George Harrison passed away. Peace unto him. George Harrison, he was a great singer. He introduced Maharishi Mahesh Yogi to America. That's it. That would be what someone might write 100 years from now. Just remembered it. Same as this. Shamgar, this is what he did. He routed 600 Philistines with an ox goad. He was a Medal of Honor winner. We don't know what tribe he was, but if you make a list of all the tribes, I think you can probably figure out which tribe is missing, and then you'll be able to put him in that tribe. I think I have here probably Asher or Naphtali. It will be what he would have been. And then we have Deborah, a wonderful story about Deborah, who's a prophetess. They're being oppressed now because of the iron chariot situation, line 4-3. And she was a judge and a prophetess. She had a palm tree between Ramah and Bethel in the highlands of Ephraim. And they came to her to settle disputes. This is old material, you see, but the main judge here is not her. A lot of it comes from the song that she sings, just like Miriam sang a song in Exodus. Now Deborah is going to sing a song in chapter 5 here. But the judge here is Barak. So he is Naphtali. So that's, Naphtali is this one. So Shamgar must be Asher, I think. Let's say Shamgar is Asher anyway. So Barak is definitely Naphtali. And most of you may have known it. If you don't know the story, you can read it. But Barak is going to fight this person called Sisera. And in the process, line 11, chapter 4, Heber the Kenite is noted of the tribe of Cain, of the clan of the sons of Hobab. So these Kenites, connected to Moses' family, are living among the Israelites. And they look like something to do with Cain, actually, or the original Cain genealogy adheres to them. Anyway, they're metal workers, as it turns out. And there's something very interesting about the Kenites to watch. They're supposed to be Moses' father-in-laws, his relatives. That's very interesting how they pop up. I just call your attention to them. I can't say anything more than that, but they do keep popping up in these traditions. Anyway, this is a story of Sisera and Barak and Deborah. And Barak defeated him and pursued him, and he killed his whole army with the edge of the sword, line 16, and no one escaped except Sisera. Now here's another story intersperses this one, not about Barak, not about Deborah, but now about Jael. And she's a Kenite. She's the wife of Heber, and maybe the word Hebrews even come from there, the Heber the Kenite. I have no idea. And she finds this Sisera character, Yael. That's a double God name. Yah is Yahweh, El is Elohim. She's a double God. She's got a double God name. Yael. In Hebrew it's Yael. Here is Jael, but that's not what her name is. Her name is Yael. Beautiful Hebrew name, I think. But she's actually a Kenite, or at least she's married to a Kenite. Anyway, as any good Hebrew heroine should do, when she